Hey everybody. Alright, today's item is red sandstone, as you saw. So let's get to it. We're gonna have to find a mesa biome or whatever the fuck. I don't even know where you find red sandstone at, but we're gonna have to find it as fast as we can. As fast as we can. I'm gonna get this tree. I'm gonna mine some wood. Mine some wood. Break a tree. Okay, so plan is same as always. Get some tools, make a boat, get on the water, try and find a mesa biome or whatever. Red sandstone. Can you find that anywhere else? Can you find that in... Can you find that on a desert temple? I'm pretty sure you can, can't you? Oh wow, look at that spruce. That's so nice. I love spruce so much. You know what I mean? Whoa, what the hell is going on? Well, let's go see if we can find an ocean biome so we can see as much as we can. I did not hit that, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw that. This is not me. I don't do that. I'm a good guy. I'm a very good guy. Okay. So much. Oh, look at all this spruce. Maybe there should be... Hold on. I'm going to try something that I haven't tried before. And we're going to try it here. Ooh, mountain. Because what if we get onto like a high elevation, we look around really quick? You know? So what if we see a mesa biome? Like that. That's perfect. Up there. See that? If we could get up there and just look around, you know what I mean? We'll be set. Okay. That's sure. Birch. What's birch? Is birch like a temperate biome? No, it's something. Okay. Sorry. Oh my god, I'm yawning. I'm already yawning because I'm tired. I'm so tired. I was at college today. And did you know Albert Einstein died in 1955? I didn't know that. Anyways, I was at college and we were talking about... I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. We're talking about a lot of things. I don't know. I'm trying to remember what my professor taught and I just can't remember what he taught. God damn it, I'm stupid. Anyways, my music teacher, we were talking about cadences, sequences, phrases, and periods. Which, if you're music theory nerd, if specifically like if you're being taught music theory, you should know all that means. And we're learning it. And like we're learning like motifs or motives, as the Americans call them. Which is like a repeated phrase of music. You know? There's like different motives and there's different phrases and there's different like sequences. Like there's sequences that are like they're the same until the very end. So like we saw this one where it's a period filled with two sequences, both 4 bars, both start the exact same, both end differently, and that's called a... Fuck me in the ass. I don't remember. Anyways, the thing is that the first sequence ends in a half cadence, and then the second sequence ends in a perfect authentic cadence, or whatever the hell it's called, right? And we learned that, and then there's something called counter it starts with a C. It's different. So you have a period, and you have a phrase, and then you start the one, right? You do 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 do, and then you start the second one, but you do a completely different like rhythm and melody. But then you end still with that 5-1 perfect cadence or perfect authentic cadence. Or something. I don't know. I fell asleep in class. And then in art, we learn how to draw life model because we're gonna have a model, a tree's decomposing fast. We're gonna have a model come in, and they're gonna pose for us, and we got to draw them as quickly as we can. They're gonna do 1 minute poses for 10 minutes, and then they're gonna do 2 minute poses, 20 minutes, so 10 poses, and then they're gonna stay still for an hour. Yeah. And then after they're done with their like little thing, they just, they do whatever we say, I guess. And boom. That's it. That's cool. My professor was also talking about like the different kind of models that like come in and stuff. And dude, they're a bunch of weirdos. I don't know if you know this. People who model are like weird. They're all weird. Not a single one who's not. Like there's this guy, he comes in with a rope, right? Ties his foot to it and just hangs himself from the ceiling on his foot. Right? Not from his neck, but from his foot. And like you just gotta draw him like that. And he was there for like 20 minutes. Upside down. With his hands just dangling. It's really weird seeing like because my professor drew him and it's like really weird seeing, that guy just like hanging upside down. Like that's although my professor drew him, like that actually did happen. I just think that's cool, you know? But yeah. And right now all I'm working on is I have to do a portrait of myself. And then I also have to do a piece where I'm looking at a view, a 2-point perspective piece. And I do an aerial perspective piece. And then I have to do a portrait of myself. And then I have to do a, like, anything thingy. That one I'm drawing a bunch of pochitas in, like, little guys, they're just scrambling around, doing their things. I don't know, it's pretty fire. Oh, that's good news because we need a warm biome, a hot biome, and acacia or savannas are perfect for that. Maybe we'll see a mesa biome somewhere around here. And let's see one. Dude, this is gonna be like last time where I'm just never gonna find it. And then the next challenge I do, I'll find it. How rare is a mesa biome? Mesas are warm. The desert. Deserts are rare. Mesas even rarer. Could be the problem. Let's see if I still have water. Ooh. Not enough. But that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's keep going, riding off into the sunset until I don't have a bed. I should probably grab one at the village. Maybe there's sheeps and stuff here. Someone we could talk to. Someone we can talk to. Like you could grab a beat them. Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to see how you'll be voting. It's quiet uptown. Dude, that's so sad. I don't feel bad because, guys were like I said in one of my previous videos. if you are an avid Glorp watcher. So thank you, Glorp, in the future for watching so many of my videos. I really appreciate it. You're actually really cool, you know. Oh no, no, stop it. Stop it, no. You're the cool one. Anyways, um what can I talk about? I don't know. Guys, I need some help. I need some help. So I've been playing Monster Hunter, and this guy wants to see a silver, an ivory. I don't even know how to say it. Lagia Chris, Lagia Chris, Lagia, that one. The new monster that was added to the wilds, the one that everybody wanted from Try or something. Monster Hunter Try. Um, Lagia Chris. I don't know. It's one of those. It's something. Okay, but he wants an ivory or silver. I guess I don't know. Silver or ivory Lagiacrus. And I I don't know what that is. I just made it to the new area. There's nothing there. Well, I don't know what's there. I haven't fully checked, but as far as I'm concerned, there's no Lagiacrus there. I mean, I would love to see a Lagiacrus there, but I don't. They're just not there. One day they'll be there. I'll put them there. They're gonna love it there. Also, I'm like really questioning. So I have the Anjanath in Azuria. I have an Anjanath in the area that like the lightning area, right? Because I have a lot of spare Toby Kadachis that I just farmed up for no reason. I have a bunch of them so I can just like take their skills off and put it on my Anjanath, right? And like I was just like, I want. Is there like a variant? There's a Fulgur Anjanath, and I know he's lightning or something. Can I get a Fulgur Anjanath in this game? I don't know. But like I have to get rid of one because I have the Rathian spawn, the pink Rathian. I have the red Queen Rathian, and like I could probably get rid of just Rathian, right? Because I have a pink Rathian in my party. Or no, I have a regular Rathian in my party with like 2 S rank thingies, ability thingies. He's really good. He does a lot of damage. Maybe I can. That's really tough. Because I feel like the purple one does more. Would probably have like a venom attack that does much better than the normal two. What the fuck does a pink Rathian do? I don't even know. It does nothing. Nothing in my opinion. But like, I don't know. I think I should just get rid of 2 of them. Keep one so that I can get Fulgur Anjanath. So then I can have a lightning. Because I like lightning. Yeah. And my Anjanath is green. And I also named him Angie. Well, I found an Anjanath. Okay, I found an Anjanath before What's Her Face came around. God damn it. Eleanor. Before Eleanor came around. And I saw like, you name it everything. Monsty. You know, there's Ratha. There's like Kagachi's, Thea's, Toby Kadachi. You know, everybody has like E at the end. So I got it. I just named it Angie. And Eleanor comes in with Angie with a G. And I'm like, bitch. Who does she think she is? She's copying my whole flow. You know what I mean? Like, she comes in here with Anjanath. Clearly stronger than me, by the way. Which is like super fucking. It was like, yeah, I'll be your, fuck you. What's it called? I'll be your prisoner, your hostage. I'll be your hostage. Don't worry. And she's just stronger than me and my whole team, my whole crew. but not anymore. Now she's lacking, and I'm literally like the best person ever. And they're like, please use your wrath to defend us from thing. And then I leave and I, you know. Because I'm a rebel. I'm a rebel. Anyways, this is gonna be exactly like last time, where I'm just gonna be rowing my boat for who knows how long. Years, hopefully. Days, weeks, months, years, decades. Centuries? Captain Sparkles. I'm thinking, should I do a let's play of a Minecraft mod? Or maybe something else, you know? Oh, let's play. Guys, leave. Y'all don't comment. Shit, man. Y'all hate me. Everybody hates me, bro. Nobody likes me no more. I say no more like people like me before. People don't like me, bro. I need to change. I feel like it's like I need to change, but like I look at people who have friends and they'd be like, oh yeah, me and him, we've been friends since like we were kids. But like they're both genuinely the worst human beings I've ever met. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes it's better to be a bad person. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I want a friend. Or like, I want to know people. And like, have them be like, yo, what's good? What's up? What y'all up to? Y'all want to like play games or something? Right? But it's like, I don't get that. And like, I'll message people. I had this whole phase where I'll message everybody. Like, I think I did it for like 3 weeks. I message them every single day. People I want to hang out with. Just be like, yo, what you doing? I hang out? You want to play games? Fucking nobody cares, bro. Ain't nobody cares. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. All the other Viltrumites are scared of me. You know? Maybe I'm just not funny. Maybe I got 2 fucking diamonds. Damn. Yo. But yeah, it's shit like that. Nobody messaging me back. They're all just like, and if they do message, it's like I messaged them for a week or like 2 weeks. Like, hey, you want to play a game? It's like, oh yeah, maybe we could play tomorrow. I'll message them tomorrow. Oh dude, not today, bro. I got something, you know. I got something I need to do, you know. Like, oh okay. I mean, I asked you yesterday. You said you okay tomorrow. You know, how about the day after? It's like no. Okay, yeah, fuck you. I'm not gonna talk to you about this anymore. And then like, I even said this. Like, I had a friend group recently, and like, I'll be honest, I was growing super distant with them, and some of the stuff they were doing just creeped me out. Right? So I just like backed off. And when I get pressed about like me being distant, it's like they don't fucking care. Nobody cares, right? But when they like start pressing me about like, oh, you don't do any of this shit. You don't do any of this shit. It's like, yeah, because I've tried and you don't respond. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to someone who's basically a vegetable, bro. I'm not gonna do that. That's all on you. You're over here pressing me, being like, oh, but you never talked to none of us. You never talked. Yeah, but I did. And I did invite y'all to play games. And I did say, come on, let's go do this. And guess what? Y'all did. Y'all went, nah, bro. Nah, I can't. I got something to do. Man, that fucking pissing me off, bro. Yo, raise your hand if you ever had like a friend group like that. I'm raising my hand, by the way. But yeah, that's like, oh man. I wish I could have friends that I can hang out with, that I can joke with, and that like, you know, I say, yo, bro, you want a game? If they say like, not, hey, bro, not today, that's fine, you know. But they're like, you know, yeah, let's play another day, you know. I like that. I have this one guy where it's like we don't talk too much because our lives are just like completely different now from high school. But every like once in a while, I'll message him, he'll message me, we'll just be like, you wanna hop on like Helldive or something? It's like, yeah, sure, you know. And it's like, yeah, that's good. That's neat, you know. And it's like I don't want to, because like we are two different people now, right? But it's like I don't want to be like, yeah, bro, let's play, yeah, let's play, yeah, let's play, or blah 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 blah, because I know right now he probably doesn't have as much time as I do to just be playing games and stuff. Is that crazy? Go to college full time. Go to college full time. I come home 5 days a week. I guess people got jobs and shit. Motherfucker don't work. How's bro more busy than me? He went to trade school. Trade school like more intensive? Probably is. But yeah, you know. Anyways, it's like fucking mesa biome. Yeah. Ain't there a way you can make a saddle? Well, I kind of synced up with that horse. Did you hear that? Come here, horsey. I'm gonna call you Polka Dot. Where's my axe? Me and Polka Dot explore the world. Okay, maybe not. In the morning. Too easy, bro. Let's see what we can find. Nothing so far. Bro can't jump, can you? Oh my god. This got no hops. What the hell is this? L horse. Bro, this is a steel bar run though. Holy Jojo. Anyways, what else can I talk about? I don't want to be negative all the time. Let's see, something positive, something positive. Damn. Oh, I'm learning how to make a game. Me and my cousin, we're trying to put together a little gaming game, a story game. It's gonna be like a sad story game. It's based off of an SCP, and it's also based off of mouthwashing. It's not based off. It's inspired by. It's inspired by both an SCP entry and mouthwashing. We liked mouthwashing's like segmented time kind of things, you know, where it's like every week you get a glimpse of the story, you get a glimpse of the characters, and then you have like this like little thing you do. We like that style, so we're gonna try and like, we're not gonna try and copy it. We're gonna try and reimagine it for our game. So it's gonna be a space game, but it's gonna be not about, you know, not Pony Express or delivering shit. It's gonna be about 4 college students who, because Earth has been abandoned by the upper class of people, right, for Mars. They colonized Mars, terraformed it. Mars looks beautiful, and the rich have abandoned Earth to, you know, basically just be this dump that they destroyed. So our characters are a bunch of like broke college students or college dropouts, right? And their goal is to go to Pluto because what I'm assuming for the lore, right? And I have to run this by her because I've written this all down, but I still have to like tell her just so she understands. Is that when Mars got colonized, that's a gateway for all the other celestial bodies in the solar system to get colonized, right? So there's colonies around, you know, Jupiter's moon, Saturn's moons. There's like satellite colonies on Mars and the moon, you know, and all this stuff, right? But most importantly, recently they heard about a colony or pioneer group going to Pluto, and that they started, you know, terraforming Pluto as part of an initiative to, you know, put people on Pluto. Yeah. So our characters were like, I got a great idea. Let's go to Pluto. So one of their buddies is a rocket engineer, right? Or rocket scientist. And as his first project, he turns us. We said a van, we said a Volkswagen. That's the SCP part. This is like we wanted to get our inspiration from SCP. He turns a van into a spaceship and he takes off. Or he doesn't take off. He gets everybody, then he takes off, right? He has all these systems and new gizmos and gizmots, and like it works, you know? And yeah, that's all I'm going to say for now. But like, it's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be sad too. I hate happy endings. Can I say that? As someone who plays games, I hate happy endings. Like, don't get me wrong. There's games with like good happy endings, but like, not this one. I don't want it to have a good ending. Anyways, that was y'all's day. Yeah, mine was, you know, boring. Fairly boring. I wish I was able to like talk to people. There's like this homeless guy. He's faking a limp. I can tell he is. And for people with limps, especially if it's like based off a certain part of your foot, you react negatively to using that part of your foot, right? This guy assumed he has a problem in his heel because he was walking on his tippy toes. And he comes all the way to the place where I'm at, because I'm near the back of like the turning lane. And he turns around. Once again, I'm watching him. He's walking on his toes because I'm assuming his heel is like broken or there's something wrong with his heel. He turns around and he just walks with a limp on the other foot on his heel. This time he's heel walking limp to the other side. He was limping on his left foot, right? Or his left foot was on his tippy toes, right? He was walking, and, you know, he's doing that little limp. And then when he turns around, it's now his right foot that has a limp. And he's like he's relying on his left foot to keep him straight. So it's like, are both of his feet fucked up? Maybe he's walking like that because he has a mental problem. Who knows? But it's like, I don't know. I feel bad for the guy because he was out there during the rain, and it's like, is a homeless dude really gonna be out there during the rain? Like, I mean, there's a gas station right there, bro. I don't know. Feel bad for the dude. I don't know what I could do to help, because, like, I want to see somebody like that be put in a house. I'd rather my money be put into a collective that allows this person the opportunity to get a house. Because if I give him money, there's still no chance he can get a house, because you know how hard it is to get an apartment or a house? Especially if you don't have a job, or if you don't have like a residence before, especially if you don't have all your paperwork and all that. How hard it is. For someone who is homeless, it is so much more difficult to do all these things than it is for like a normal person. Or not even like a normal person, but just like someone marginally doing better than him, you know? Better in quotations, because, you know, we're all one broken leg from being homeless for most people. But I don't know. I wish we had a better system for this, because he's out there. He's out there in the middle of the day. He's asking for money, and I wish, like, he shouldn't he should, like, I shouldn't see him. That's what I basically am trying to say. Our society should be mature enough to get together and secure housing for people who want housing, such as this guy, and put them in a house. I should not see this guy being like, money for a house, you know? Whereas it's not money for a house. He's probably just gonna use it to go eat or something. Buy a beer. Money well spent. That's kind of like my thought about it. It's kind of like my thought too, where it's like money well spent. To be honest, I would rather not pay my taxes. Like if it, let's say the government right now was like, hey guys, we're gonna be doing a new thing to allow, you know, unfortunate people to, like, you know, live in a house or an apartment, right? And right now, in my trust in government, I'd be like, oh, bullshit, you ain't putting anything. You're gonna fucking steal that money. You're gonna do like, you know, that one like high-speed rail in California? It's been in construction for like 25 years. What's it gonna do? They're gonna build. It's gonna take them 5 years to build one house, and they're gonna pocket the rest of that money. I'll be like, I ain't paying for that. It's like if I paid for your pocket, I ain't doing that. But like, I want to see. I would, if I could guarantee that my money. I'm not even paying taxes yet, but if I can guarantee that when I do pay taxes, that my money goes to people that need it, you know, education, housing, you know, food and all that, I wouldn't mind paying taxes. I feel like there's a large amount of people and especially in America where they're like, they have like this capitalist mindset where it's like, the more money I have, the more stuff I can get, you know? It's like, it's not that simple. Value, especially now, is manufactured just through thought. People assume something is valuable because they think of it as valuable, you know? For sure, some things that do have value, like, you know, metals and, you know, gold, aluminum, steel. These things do have inherent value as they are, you use them, they're limited, you use them for stuff, and, you know, they're there. You can see it, you can touch it. They built something, but like, the money aspect to it, steel, let's say, I don't even know how much it costs. I'm just gonna use aluminum. It's like I'm just gonna say, if you had a pound of aluminum, it's $1. Let's just say that, right? That $1 thing is fake. I just made that up, right? That's completely fake. 1 pound of aluminum is not $1. It's 1 pound of aluminum. We only give it value because depending on where that aluminum goes, that's where that value comes from. Dude, am I just discovering what the fuck a market is? Hold on. Hold on, these guys are annoying me. Stop. Everybody stop. White horse. Okay, guys, calm down. But, what the hell was I saying? Yeah, but it's like, value is made up, especially when it comes to like objects. A house, right? Or an apartment, a house, whatever the fuck, right? The cost of materials, the materials themselves have inherent value to us, right? When put together, they give us a home. That's valuable for us. But as soon as you put a price tag on any of those materials, it makes it to where it is harder for that home to be put up, right? And it's like, that could be used for like anything. That's how American I am. I'm treating a home like it's like an object that you can sell and stuff, when it shouldn't be like that. Home should not be connected to a market. Home should be homes. Housing people. Putting a roof over your head. But like, let's say, Coca-Cola, right? Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Cola. How much does Coca-Cola cost? Don't know. I don't drink soda. The Coca-Cola, the soda, and the can have value to us, right? Not only do we have an enjoyment value, we also have like, you know, you get your little thirst quenched, and you get like a little buff being, you know, you're saturated, you get your saturated buff, and boom. But like, what's when we slap like $5? Like, let's use like movie theater logic, right? Coca-Cola, one bottle, $5. It's like, does it? Does it? Because like you could say like technically that Coca-Cola is $25. You know, it's just so enjoyable. You know, it's made up. And basically, I'm trying to say that I'm just saying shit because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And yeah, and I'm going insane because there's no mesa biome anywhere. Let's try and think of something else we can talk about. Chickens. I like chickens. I think they're cool. You know that like little thing where you like you set a chicken down, or you hold it in the air, right? You put its head on the ground, the beak in like the sand. You draw a line, and then you set the chicken down, and the chicken's just like looking at the line, like, huh, what? You know what I mean? Like it's mesmerized that there's this line there. I think that's fake. I don't think chickens are like, oh, line. You know what I mean? And don't chickens have eyes on the side of their head? How the hell do they see the line? At the point where they see the line, they're cheating because they're moving their head. Are these people carnivorous chickens? Their chickens carnivores or something? How can they see the line? The eyes are on the side of their head. I feel like some people will get me. But yeah, I think that's fake. Why wouldn't it be fake? Think about it. Okay, let's think of like the brain of a chicken, right? It's smaller. It probably has different thought processes. But let's think about the line. The line could be seen as a worm. It could be a worm. Chickens like worms. You know this. Chickens like sticks. They'll do that little thing and they'll throw the stick. They like sticks and stuff. So when you put a chicken's head down in the dirt and draw the line, maybe they're looking at a worm. But then again, why are they standing still? You know what I mean? If they see a worm and their brain has been primed, worm eat. You know what I mean? Why don't they eat the worm? Why do not they eat the worm? They don't eat the worm. For no reason. No reason. They don't eat the worm. They just sit there and they look at this line like, huh? You see that? Here, look. Take this chicken. Imagine, right? Fuck, it kept walking off. I'm sorry. Kept walking. Got mad. But, alright, buddy. It's time I let you go. Slap on the ass and he runs away. Look at that. What a good horse. I like that horse. Okay. Yeah. Worm, stick, chicken. Chicken, worm, stick. Ooh, they do that because it's worm. They want to eat the worm, but they can't eat the worm because they're mesmerized by the worm. The worm's dancing, belly dancing worm. Worm's dancing for the chicken. Chicken doesn't want to eat the worm because the worm's dancing. Therefore, the chicken, my hypothesis, the chicken doesn't move because it sees a worm, but it doesn't eat the worm because it's mesmerized because the worm is a belly dancer. That's it. How's that? Am I right? Can somebody open up a chicken's brain, scratch it a little bit, see if I'm right? I'm probably right. What if I just like... Shut up. I ain't buying you no coffee. Buy me coffee. EFOC backwards is coffee. Steven here. You hear that? My computer just went... That means we are running the game. That ruined portal over there, you see that? Oh, yawn. It's a stony shore. That's cool generation. I swear that's got to be like fake. That's not real. Like so cool. You know what I mean? What would this fake ass shit, bruh? I just fake ass shit. Wow. I have a lot of iron. I should probably like make some armor just so I don't die out there. Okay. We keep going. Forever and ever and ever. Yeah. Having so much fun, guys. So much fun. So much fun. There's the seed. Why was 6 afraid of 7? 6, 7, because 7, 8, 9, 6, 7. I give a shit about which. Yeah. Guys, I'm funny, right? I know I'm funny. I'm so fucking funny, bro. That's snow. Ruins and ruin portal. And no mesa biome. Ever, I guess. You know, like the old Minecraft videos where I guess like they're kind of new too because I saw it in a roleplay video where they're like, "Hey guys, my name is Samuel," or some bullshit, you know. Those videos are pretty fun to watch. Entertaining. Those videos are like if you put 50 Sykunos in a room and told them to act. That's what you'd get, you know what I mean? It's like a Minecraft roleplay. So and by that I mean like take Sykuno, the one that's like doing all this stuff, this version of him. Take him, a little bit cringier. Make him know ball knowledge, right? Give him like 40 different new voices and then a Minecraft account. Boom. Bro would be a billionaire. Instantly. What's that over there? Is that... It looks like something. Let me go over there. There's a ocean monument thing, so I can't go through the middle. It's gonna be nighttime soon. I better go to sleep. Yes, I better go to sleep. That's meta. No, that is not anything. Oh my gosh. Where is Mesa biome? Mesa. Mesa biome. Mesa. Mesa biome. Wish I had my horse. So I can ride him. Wish I had my horse. Wish I had my horse. So I could ride him. Wish I had my horse. I miss my horse. My horse. My horse got me around. You went all around. And he took me around. Bam, 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 bam. My horse, horse was super fucking cool. He looked like Skid with tentacles. And he had a sick ass monocle. And did a horse solo. Nah. No. Epic horse solo. I'm so funny, guys. Anyways, Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome. I kind of sound like a Bone Labs theme, like soundtrack. Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome, Mesa biome. I can imagine that. Yeah. I can. Who's with me? Hey, 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 I'm with you. Thank you. You wanna know how I feel? I feel like there's an ocean just over this tree. I feel like there's an ocean just over here. If I go over here, there's gonna be an ocean. Bro, look at this cool world gen, bro. This is called a, called a fucking miracle. That's what that's called. I've never seen that before. It's crazy. It's genuinely crazy. Okay, so there's a large body of water, but there was no ocean, so. What a bunch of bullcrap. Anyways, what to talk about? This is really hard when you don't have, like, how do people do this? There are people that, like, they do this for a living, and they'll sit here for like 4 hours talking to nobody, just like playing the game. I guess, like, for instance, if you're like Mumbo Jumbo, right, or Captain Sparkles, you're probably doing something more intensive. I'm trying to find one item. When I talk about Minecraft, I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, you see this? This is grass. Yes, very nice. This is not what we want, though. This stone, 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 right here. This is stone. No, we don't want this. We don't want this either. We don't want this. We want red sandstone. Ooh, red sandstone. Where can we find red sandstone? I know where to find red sandstone. We find it in the Mesa biome, or a red desert, which I'm pretty sure exists in Minecraft. I feel like I've seen one before. Maybe that was just a Mesa biome, but we'll never know. Yeah, I'll find one day. I'll celebrate. I'll be like, yeah. If this video goes on for an hour, I'm cutting it. So I've 10 minutes, basically. 10 minutes after this minute. 11 minutes. That's what they say. That's what the British folk say over in England. They go 11 minutes instead of 10 plus 1. What an island full of weirdos. You know what that means? Weirdos? Apparently they made that word too. Disgusting. They make such awful words. Like, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Okay, you see the side of his head? No eye. Oh, wants to run away. Little chicken, look at you. Oh, wait. I got an idea. Look at that. So you see? Eyes are on the front. Why are you so fucking bright, bro? Damn. Damn. Turn the shit off. Damn. Blind the fuck out of me. You saw it. His eyes are on the front of his head. But like, that's not realistic because if you think about it, chickens have their eyes on the side of the head, right? Okay, so now think. Think like this, right? Chicken has it on the side of their head. They can't see forward, okay, as we know. So how do they see the line? And like I'm not even saying like they turn their head. No, they can't because they stuck in the sand. They just I don't get it, bro. I need me a belly dancing worm or something. Let's see. This area looks kind of promising. It feels Mesa-y. Mesa-y somewhere. Youch. That kinda hurt. What if I find a desert? No Mesa? I'm gonna be so sad. Might honestly be easier at a certain point to find the stronghold and beat the game, kill the ender dragon, go to an end island, find an elytra, and then craft rockets and fly all over the place. I mean, if you're really good at Minecraft, that only takes you like a little bit. Little bit of time. Like 4 minutes maybe. Wasn't that cool? That cool, guys. Sea turtle. Maybe sea turtle's another way. That guy's looking that way, so I'm gonna go that way. I don't know if you guys know the sea turtles are actually from Mesa biomes. I don't know. Turtles come from deserts and like flat desert areas. There's like fossils or something there of like ancient creatures and stuff. And turtles are one of those creatures. Yeah. Isn't that cool? You know, like the whole thing where it's like, what the fuck? I don't want to mess with that guy. You know, like the whole idea where it's you have, what was I gonna say? The idea. There's an idea. Okay, I had an idea. Oh yeah. All fish. What am I talking about? Everything. All life on Earth originated from one universal common ancestor known as Luca. Last universal common ancestor, right? Luca, Luca. It's a cool little acronym if you want to know that. A little bit of glorp facts, alien facts. But Luca, right, is the structure for everything. Plants, animals, fungus, everything. You know? So it's like, how are there like sharks were before trees, and then trees evolved into being trees, but sharks stayed the same? Like, I know like sharks changed, duh, but like they were sharks, you know? But like whatever was a tree before turned into a tree, and now they're trees, you know? How does that work? Why why are sharks still sharks? when clearly they're probably not the same, right? If you think about it, they are not going to be the same. Probably not. So why do we call them sharks? And what's it called? Scientifically we call them sharks. But we still call trees trees. Like, shouldn't the thing before trees still be trees? Or not trees, but like something else, like flower, vine. What are trees? You know what I mean? Plant. If plant turned to tree, why tree called tree instead of plant when sharks are still called sharks, when clearly sharks would be different 400 million years ago? Or however long ago sharks were. 4 billion years ago. Made that up for dramatic effect. You know what I mean? Riddle me that. Also, why aren't there like human variants, huh? There's a little conspiracy theory. Think about it. We have a race, but we can only detect, like, we only really know the modern human from over 200,000 years ago. But we all came from the same area. Therefore, we're all modern human. So race doesn't actually matter at that point, right? Because we're all modern human. We're all Homo sapien. But why, like, we had Neanderthals. What happened to those guys? And like, there was like, there were human-like primates before us. Why aren't they still around, Maybe it's like changed with the times, old man, and they like died, but like, how? It's weird. Maybe like illnesses took them out. I heard there's like a story of like ancient humans where it's like they were like a cousin of Neanderthals or something like that, and they like buried themselves in a cave and died, and like that was the last of them. But of course, it's probably not true. They're probably like, it's probably not true. Like, cave, crush, or maybe Neanderthals became modern human. Ooh, that's a good theory. What if Neanderthals like,